So you're thinking about moving to Grover Beach, California? Well, today, starting with this flyby over Grover Beach, I'm going to show you all the neighborhoods of Grover Beach, talk about the different price points, as well as some history about the town. So stick around to the very end, because I'm going to share one of the best kept secrets about Grover Beach, and I'm going to get after it right now. So whether you're looking to move or in 9 days or 90 days, it doesn't matter to me. I get calls from people just like you every single day, and I absolutely love helping people move to the Central Coast. So today, again, Grover Beach. Make sure that you click on the subscribe button and the bell icon so you'll be the first to know when I post new content about moving to Grover Beach or to the Central Coast. But today, we're focusing on Grover Beach. We're doing a flyby here, and we're going to see the border of Arroyo, Grande, Pismo Beach, Oceano, that's everything that is all around Grover Beach. So we're going to hit all the neighborhoods and talk about the history about Grover Beach as well. So here's our flyby. We're starting here. I flew actually from my home right in the middle of Grover Beach, and it's actually on the outskirts of Grover, right next to Arroyo Grande. As we go through these different neighborhoods, you'll see that Arroyo Grande, Grover Beach, Pismo Beach, it's all really combined into one area that we call the 5 cities. Check my channel. I've already done a video discussing the different 5 cities and the myths there. So right here, we're flying over. This is 16th Street Park in Grover Beach. So that means we're at Mentone Avenue. So this is the south side of Grover Beach, and we're looking down onto Oceano. There's the Oceano Dunes, and we're going to do this full spin around. We're almost complete, and then we're going to dive into the different neighborhoods of Grover Beach. So you can see, absolutely beautiful day today. There's a good look at the dunes. Those dunes just go on and on and on. We can still drive our ATVs and off-highway vehicles out there and gain access to the beach just by going right down the street here, and you drive down Grande Avenue and get right on to Grover Beach. So I'm going to sign off here, and we're going to dive in and go hit those neighborhoods and tell you everything there is to know about Grover. So this is where it all really began for Grover Beach. When Amtrack and the trains, probably wasn't Amtrack, but when the train came to the Central Coast, that's when things really started to grow in Grover Beach. When the train was coming in, it was the late 19th century, early 20th century, and this was all farmland. It was all agriculture. As a matter of fact, my house in Grover Beach was built in the late 1970s, and I've talked to more than one person that picked strawberries on my property where I live now. So it's not a long town, Grover Beach. But once the railroad came in here, that it drew more people, that everyone started to come and realize the beauty of the Central Coast, and they started building, and that's why Grover Beach is what it is today. So we started building right up here, right off of the train tracks. That's where we just were, and that was the beginning of Grover Beach. And then we're going to go through the whole town and take a look at the different areas as it's progressed and as it's grown. This is the edge of town in Grover Beach. This is the northwest corner. So that's going to be the last house right there in Grover Beach. And then once we leave here, we're going to be in Pismo Beach. But so take a look at the borders here. We have the train tracks right behind me. The train tracks are running parallel to Highway 1. That's the big road that's right behind me. And And then right over here is the Butterfly Grove. You can see the sign there. That's an iconic, really cool place for people in Monarch butterflies to go to here in Grover Beach. The people and the butterflies come every single year. Don't miss out. It's a really, really good show. But let's take a look at what Grover Beach looks like now and try to imagine back 100 years ago when they started building. So somebody put in all these big eucalyptus trees, they put in all these big beautiful palm trees, and then still we have some little bungalows down here. Believe it or not, most of these are the small original homes. And then even down on this street we have some multi-family living. And our multi-family living in Grover Beach is usually on this side of town anyway, on the original part of town. So let's move on. Okay, so we are in Grover Beach. We're close to the northwest corner of Grover Beach, on the corner of 3rd and Ocean View. So we're right off of 4th Street. 4th Street runs up and down to Pismo Beach, down to Grover. But this is kind of where the building started, and it's a really good example of what's happening in Grover Beach now. And this is why you can buy pretty much anything that you want in Grover Beach. So take a look at this house here. It's a single level. It's probably an original home. Some people are doing some work on the house, probably just a small rehab, but they're keeping the house original and small. So this is probably a 40s or 50s built home. Now, let's look at the rest of the neighborhood here. Because we're so close to the beach, this is a very highly desirable area, and people want their big, new, modern homes right here by the beach. You see all those tall eucalyptus trees behind me? Those were put there a long time ago for wind breaks. Those were imported into Grover and put all along the beach to block wind coming up here. But look at the house behind me. So these people, you know, they bought a house just like this one, and they're knocking it over, doing a rehab, and putting a big, beautiful home in. And take a look at this one over here. So we've got an original home that's been, you know, painted and fixed up. But look at this big, beautiful gray house behind me. Very typical for Grover Beach. People want to build as high as they can. That's typically going to be 2 stories. And on top of that second story, quite often, I mean, of course, you have to go through the permitting process, but people put the rooftop decks. So you can see that guy has a whole bunch of square footage up there on that rooftop deck. And when he's up there, he might be able to see the beach. I don't know because I'm not up there. But so this is the corner of Grover Beach. Obviously, all the houses and everything are going to end right here at the railroad tracks. No more houses, no more building beyond the railroad tracks, except for our little golf course, and there's some little manufactured homes down there off of the golf course. But outside of that, there's no stick-built houses beyond Highway 1 here in Grover. So it's a really good look. We're taking a whole look at the Grover Beach. Let's move on to the next neighborhood. Okay, so I'm almost at the top of the hill on Newport, at the corner of 7th and Newport. So these were the original homes that were built in Grover Beach. They started building these little single level, small little beach bungalows in the 30s, 40s, and 50s on this side of Grand Avenue. And they kind of started building, like, obviously what we would all do is, you know, start building at the beach and then, you know, eventually work their way up and away from the beach. So this northern part of Grover Beach, we'll call it the northwestern corner of Grover Beach, was really the original growth of what's happening here in Grover. So if you're looking for a home here in Grover, you're going to find, again, these small homes that were built 40s and 50s, and then people like this are going to buy those small homes and rehab them and turn them into multifamily, big big properties, or big single family properties. And then when we get to the other part of town, we're going to see the multi-family living opportunities that we have here in Grover Beach on this side of Grand Avenue. So let's head on. I'm in Grover Beach, and we're basically on the east side of Grover Beach. This is Oak Park Boulevard. Sorry, it's a little bit busy. It's the middle of day, middle of the week. But, so the reason why I wanted to show you this border of Grover Beach is this is not a straight street at all, Oak Park. And so what we see when we drive down Oak Park Boulevard is, oh, look at this, welcome to Grover Beach. There's a Grover Beach sign right here, but wait, right in the middle of the street, across the street, and on the other side is welcome to Arroyo Grande. So you really don't want to limit yourself to Arroyo Grande or Grover Beach. Don't eliminate these towns if you're looking for a place to live, because it can't be that much different right across the street. Grover Beach, Arroyo Grande. I drive home on this, like from the gym. I'll drive down this street, and the signs just keep going because this street goes meanders through the towns. So as I drive down the street, I see all these signs: welcome to Grover Beach, welcome to Arroyo Grande, then welcome to Grover Beach. So while we're going down this street, it's actually kind of hard to tell what town we're in. Okay, so we're down here at Hero Park. We're on the corner of South 16th Street and Farrell. Now, Farrell is, when you're traveling and moving around Grover Beach, Farrell is the fastest road through Grover Beach, moving east and west, and it also has the smallest amount of stop signs. So when you want to move around Grover Beach, you can, and you don't want to be in line for the stoplights up there on Grand Avenue, come down and use Farrell. It's the southern part of Grover, and again, this is Hero Park here. Now behind me, all along this corridor that goes all the way down to the Pike, this is the southernmost part of Grover Beach. These homes are certainly newer than the other subdivisions that we've looked at today. So these homes were built around 2000, the early 2000s, and then Grover Beach is going to go through this neighborhood, and it's going to end right there at the Pike. And the Pike is the cutoff of the border between Grover Beach and Oceano. Now let me show you one more thing, because we're not going to drive over there and show you, but if you want a really new modern house here in Grover Beach, you have a couple of different options. One, we do have people that are buying small homes, knocking them over and doing rebuilds and building big homes. So you can get a new home that way. We even have some brand new homes, just a few, that are being built and sold here in Grover Beach. But there's just not a lot of lots available and not a lot of potential for growth. So we have these homes that are in the early 2000s, and then I think right across the street you can see that sign, Green Park, and the houses that have the solar panels on the roof. That's our newest subdivision for Grover Beach, and that was built in 2015. Green Park is super cool. Those homes are very efficient. They are green. They have heated, polished concrete floors. They have nice cobblestone roads and everything. So it's a neat little area, and that's right there on 16th Street, Green Park. So we're going to move on to our next neighborhood. So we are basically in the southwest corner of Grover Beach here. I wanted to show this area because it shows this is what Grover Beach was. Not long ago, in the mid 70s, early 70s, this whole area was strawberry fields forever, and different agriculture that was growing throughout the valley. Now this is a big family. This is the Okui farm here in Grover Beach. This family's been farming here for many, many years, but I wanted to show this southern part of town. It's kind of our industrial part of town, but you can see the growth. This area just really shows Grover Beach. So behind us, there's big tall buildings at the end of the road. That is a new complex. That's some of the newer builds that we've had here in Grover Beach. Those are well beyond 2015, so they're very new. And then something else that we're experiencing is we see Grover Beach of old with the strawberry fields here. And then right behind us, something that's not really unique to Grover Beach, but it's a California thing, is the marijuana dispensaries. This is a dispensary right behind me. We have several here in Grover Beach. Love it or hate it, smoke or not, doesn't matter to me. But what this industry does is it brings a lot of money into Grover Beach. These fields are going to bring money to the family that owns them. These fields, these guys are selling, and we get a lot of tax dollars that go into Grover Beach from marijuana sales. So it's just part of Grover Beach. It's not legal anywhere else until you get up to San Luis Obispo. But it is what it is, and we love the money because some of the newer streets and infrastructure that we've seen throughout this video is partially funded from the money that comes from marijuana sales here in Grover Beach.